international companies as well. And I am very much interested to invest in more companies all over the globe. Um, as far as motivational speech is concerned, um, one thing is very important, that there is not even a single government or entity in the world which is not paying lip service to entrepreneurship development. It's a buzzword now. A lot of economies, a lot of countries are working towards development and promotion of entrepreneurship. A lot of things are happening. Ecosystem, like for example, when I started the entrepreneurship center at LUMS in 1997, there were hardly some few people who could talk about entrepreneurship. Yes, their SMEs were in. That was the buzzword then. But now, even if you go to African countries or anywhere in the world, entrepreneurship is the buzzword. I attend a number of events and I have been attending a number of events for the last 20 years. What I have learned, I have done research as an academic as well. I wanted to know that what are those things which make a pitch, which we are going to do now, a lot of you, 10 of you at least, appealing for a venture capital firm or a business angel. And we did this research at Cranfield Management School in the UK. And what we found out, that most of the people who want to put money into your business or who want to buy your idea, they are looking for that what kind of convenience you are offering to the general public or your customers. It can be your decision convenience, which means that making it fast and easier to choose whatever the product or service you are offering. Or it can be access convenience, that how by making it fast and convenience to acquire. Or it can be transaction convenience, for example, paying online, making it faster and easier to pay so that you don't have to just pay cash. But one of the most important thing was the benefit convenience. That either you are making a need, either you are meeting a need, or you are meeting a need in a better manner, or you are meeting a combination of needs. So when you do that, you are providing a benefit convenience to the customer. And it doesn't stop here. What is the post-benefit convenience? Which means that people can rebuy it, repurchase it, or they are enjoying the benefits over a longer period of time. So the new buzzword in entrepreneurship world, where there's a third wave of entrepreneurship, I don't want to go into detail, then I'll sound like a university professor who is going into the theoretical work, but it's the Steve Casey who said that there is a third wave of entrepreneurship which has started 2 years ago, and Charles Schwab has talked about it as well. But the most important thing is now this pandemic, this COVID-19. So there are people who are talking about is it the fourth wave of entrepreneurship? Because the new solutions to problems and issues and challenges are being provided to the audience, to the people, to the public. And there are new players who are coming into the market. A number of old players are dying. You will see that once the dust settles, you will see that there will be a lot of Nokias and a lot of Kodaks, which you will find out that the companies are going to be wiped out. Yes, the process has already started. Who will survive? or who will be having a new opportunity, the bottom line is convenience. So if you are looking at your potential customers' convenience right now, like for example, if it's pandemic, so Amazon has gained a lot of revenue, and this is not rocket science. Even a child can tell, because people cannot go out. So Amazon is providing something at their doorstep. So yes, Amazon is thriving. So do a number of other companies all over the world. New companies are being set up, and then some of the companies are gaining momentum as well. The main thing is that they are providing convenience. So when you are, I'm sure that you are in the pre-startup phase, that's why you are here, and you will be starting your companies. Before starting your companies, I would like to urge you to look at it, that what convenience we are going to provide to our customers. Are we meeting any need? Are we meeting any need in a better manner? Or we are providing a combination of needs? This is one thing. The other thing is, which most of the venture capital firms and the business angels have talked to us, they say that yes, people are enthusiastic. They are coming with a new idea. They come to the market. They want to do something new, something different, something unique. But the main thing is whether they have thought about the risks, whether they have identified the risks. And identifying risk can be internal and external. Then what they have thought about overcoming those risks as well. And this is the area when you are pitching to investors, they are looking for it that yes, the idea is wonderful, but where are the risks? And if you have not pinpointed any risk, they will pinpoint those risks. So you better get ready with the risks. And I think because I mentor a lot of entrepreneurs, this is my profession as a university professor. And in our college, we don't teach entrepreneurship as a theoretical subject. For example, our MBA has a two years long course, which is called Signature Learning Experience, in which you have to start your business, or you have to grow your business, or you have to work on a corporate entrepreneurial project. And this is a whole process. And whatever we teach, like even if marketing or operations or supply chain, you have to, your assignments are based on your signature learning project. So basically, we are living, like at least I am living the entrepreneurship dream, in which I am working with students from, and my average age of my students is, by the way, 35, 36. So which means that I have students of 54 years old in my class as well, who have started 19 different businesses and failed in 12 and then survived in 5, and so on and so forth. And there are some who wants to start their businesses, but they have not started their businesses as yet. So all kind of entrepreneurial people come to our classes. To cut it short, risks are very important. Yes, idea is important, where you are providing convenience, some kind of convenience, but at the same time, for that unique idea which you have come up with, whether you have identified the risks and whether you have thought about mitigating or eliminating the risks is also very important. So these are the two things which I wanted to talk to you. I cannot go on and on and on, but these are two fascinating areas. And I think every person who wants to join the entrepreneurial journey, they should work on these two things when they are working on their ideas. Maria, thank you very much.
बहुत शुक्रिया, थैंक यू सो मच आजम साहब, थैंक यू सो मच। आई थिंक लेट्स स्टार्ट हम लोग की पिचिंग वगैरह विदाउट फर्दर वेट ऑन दिस। हम लोग स्टार्ट करते। अच्छा, सो बेसिकली वी आर पुटिंग यू, अगर वैसे तो हमारे पास इतने ज़्यादा पार्टिसिपेंट्स नहीं हैं, सो एक ऑप्शन ये हो सकती है कि लेट्स जस्ट कीप यू ऑल हियर और आप लोग अपने म्यूट कर लें, सो हुएवर इज टॉकिंग जस्ट स्टॉप, ठीक है? बाकी सारे मेक श्योर कि आप लोगों की माइक्स जो है म्यूट पर हो। So वो इस तरह का इवेंट हो जाएगा, like we're doing it physically and not personally in a room, ठीक है? तो ऐसे कर लेते हैं। I think सब लोग, आप लोग प्लीज अपने माइक म्यूट कर लें। एंड फॉर द फर्स्ट वन वी हैव वाईपे। तो वाईपे यहाँ पर हमारे साथ, वाईपे से कौन है? Do we have anyone from वाईपे? Can you unmute yourself? I don't think हमारे पास अभी वाईपे से है कोई। अच्छा, Furkan, do we have you? I don't see Furkan here. Acha, that's okay. Fatima, let's start with you.
One thing, Maria, would you like other judges to introduce themselves as well? Because I think only two of us have introduced ourselves, and I would like to know that who is joining me here in the panel.
Can you quickly introduce yourself again, please?
Okay. I'm Kaisar Ansari. Basically, I'm an industrial engineer. I spent about 45 years in heavy industry, locally and internationally. Besides that, I have been a consultant to a number of financial institutes. I've been involved in construction industry. As a hobby, I was in culinary arts. I became an executive member of Chef Association of Pakistan. I'm into sports, won 3 or 4 major golf championships. Also take a little interest in fashion designing. I've been helping a lot of my mentees in that area. Traveling again being a hobby, I have been traveling around the globe for almost last 20 years. Uh, I have worked as a consultant to a number of companies, sick units have been reviving. I was into IT for last almost 15 years. And for the last 6 years, I have been judging and mentoring startups at Plan 9, at IDK 92. So far, I've judged approximately about 3,000 startups, and I have actively mentored over about 180 startups, of which I feel humbly proud that at least 30 and 40 of them are working as wonderful entrepreneurs with growing business. And some people starting from scratch are now, if not into multi-millions, small billions, of course. So that's what my small introduction is. Diverse experience.
Thank you, Krishna, बहुत शुक्रिया. Okay, so without further ado, let's start with Parva. Parva from One Earth Toys. Parva, आप please अपनी screen share कर लीजिए.
Can you see the screen?
Not yet. It says you're sharing screen.
Can you see it now?
Yes, that's right.
So hello everyone, I am Farwa Tasadduq, co-founder and CEO of One Earth Toys. We started this company in 2018 when I was looking for child-friendly and eco-friendly toys for my nephews and nieces. But unfortunately, they were not available, or the designs that I liked, open-ended toys, they were not available, or they were too expensive. So I thought that why don't I start the business? So this health and safety and environmental concern is a big issue in Pakistan because 4 out of 5 children suffer from physical and mental growth issues because of the lead paints in the plastic toys. So as a solution, we manufacture wooden toys that are affordable, open-ended, and made from natural materials such as wood, We are also exploring new materials now, and they are child friendly. The paints that we use are made from food colors or non-toxic acrylic paints. The wood is FSC certified. Most of the wood is FSC certified, and the polish that we use is beeswax, is made from beeswax and plant-based oils. That is made by ourselves. So the market is, other than the parents of high-end uh, economic society in Pakistan, the potential market is also in daycares and schools, but we have not targeted them yet. The local and international competition includes Melissa and Doug, Lego, Grimm's toys, but we are kind of imitators of Grimm toys. Our toys are open-ended, exactly like them, but we are handmade, more customizable, and we also provide workshop opportunities. For example, talking about customized, these are, by the way, our regular toys. We even customize them for the customers. For example, the people can choose the colors of the rainbows, the order they want in them. So these are some small action figures that we have made, blocks and alphabets. These are the customized toys that we have made for our customers. The last three pictures are from the Hopscotch brand. We made props for their spring summer collection of this year. We also have activity boxes. Kids can paint and sand them at home with their parents. These were big hit when the COVID lockdown started. People bought a lot of these boxes from us. We also do workshops for kids, but unfortunately in last 3-4 months, we have not been able to do them. So far, talking about our revenue, we have, in last 2 years, we have earned around $4,000 and we have sold 500 units. The growth has not been that much steady, especially during the lockdown period, but we see it as a good opportunity in both Pakistan and international market. In social media, our followers have been increasing steadily. The website is also getting a lot of visits, and our online store is also getting more and more orders. We are also associated with professional programs supported by Punjab government, British Council, US State Departments. Our toys are available at our own website, Kyle store in Islamabad, Polly and other stories in Lahore. And we are also going to collaborate with Scary and Me for our activity boxes. We have also participated in international conference organized on world of education in Pakistan. And our office space is also based in Pervaz. We have initially also gained some loan from Akhuwat for the Dachi exhibition in which we participated last year.
Okay, thank you for judges, please go ahead and ask questions.
Farwa,
yes.
It seems to be a very interesting thing. It is eco-friendly, but currently the situation is, as I have experienced with my grandchildren, even kids of about 2.5 and 3 years of age, they would rather run after a laptop, small telephones, mobiles. They don't seem to be interested in these, the wooden, clay, or these type of things. So I feel to capture the present market, it's a tough competition.
It is tough. I want to disagree with that, but the parents are getting more conscious. They're getting to know that it's the laptops and mobile phones are really harmful for the kids, and they want to give other options to them, that what else they can do, and they don't know that what are other options available, and that's where we come in.
I will add on to this that yes, it used to be like that, but because of these pandemic conditions, even the schools are taking the kids online and they have to use laptops, even the small kids. So, frankly speaking, it's a very different generation. It used to be very different in our times, but the current kids, well, they won't just listen so easily. If I tell him, oh, it's good for you, they'll simply, they have their own way of choosing their things. So you have to make it more attractive in some more innovative way.
I completely, I want to disagree with you on that. But again, since the classes have turned into online ones, so it is getting very, very exhausting for the kids as well to spend such a long time on laptops and mobile phones. And kids also need some other way to do it. I have my own nephew at my home, and when he's tired, he always come to me and ask me, Masu, is there something I can do for you with you if I'm making a toy at home? So he participates with me even if he is not making any much effort, but he tries. So they are looking for some other ways to engage themselves, their bodies, and it's the responsibility of parents to provide such opportunities to them.
Right. Okay. Good for me.
Azam Saab, do you have any questions?
Yes, Farwa. The question is that how much capacity you have as far as manufacturing of these toys are concerned. You are manufacturing them yourselves. That's what my understanding is.
Yes. Right now it's just two of us, and we are doing the main cutting. We get it from a carpenter, and then we finish and paint them ourselves. But through this grant, we are
So
hoping
how
that
many
we'll be
toys?
able to
How
have
many toys? How many toys you can produce in 1 month? Let's say, if I ask you number of toys, it can be different. The portfolio can be different. Just give me a ballpark figure of number. How many toys can you manufacture?
around 50 with just two of us.
Around 50. Thank you very much. So if I give you an order of 500 toys, what will you do?
So I would hire a carpenter and people who can finish the products for us. So I'll be hiring more staff, creating more employment opportunities to make sure that our production is in line.
So is there any workmanship involved? Is there any design thing involved? So that how will you make sure that the quality is same?
So we have to have a quality assurance person who will make sure and finalize that this product is ready to be delivered to the customer.
Right. Thank you very much, Farwa.
Thank you so much, Farwa.
Thank you.
And for the judges, आप kindly वापस platform पे जाकर इनको please rate कर दीजिए. And once you're done, please let us know so we can bring in the next judge. जी, कैसे साहब, आज़म साहब, are we done? कैसे साहब, आपने कर लिया? 1 month हो गया, आगे? Please financial. Okay, Noreen, आप kindly अपनी slide share कर दीजिए.
Can you see?
Yes, we can.
Let me know when when the timer begins and when they're ready.
हाँ, we're ready. आप शुरू कीजिए, please. Good to go.
Assalamu everyone, I'm Noreen Hayat, co-founder of These Financial Services. 150 million, the number of people deprived of basic financial services in Pakistan. One of them is Tasneem Khan from Lahore, Pakistan. Tasneem is 35 years old and runs a small food catering business. She has 2 sons who she put through primary school. Christine's business provides her just enough every day to cover her expenses, but she is not financially secure. Any emergency could impair her ability to meet her day-to-day needs. Something as small as 1,000 rupees could help her and the millions of others like her to cope in times of financial difficulties and pay for something as basic as food, as essential as medicine, as empowering as a school fee. Conventional institutions would not serve the masses because they do not have a collateral or a credit history. In the absence of these, institutions rely on time-consuming and human-intensive processes to assess risk, thereby deterring the interest in the masses. Payers has unpacked the legacies of the traditional financial system, being the first fully digital financial institution in Pakistan, providing frictionless financial access to the and underbanked through a smartphone application. Payers offers credit, savings, insurance, and investment, serving the basic needs of the masses within minutes. At the heart of Payers lies artificial intelligence, capitalizing on Pakistan's digital railroad, featuring 80 million smartphone users and 3G, 4G coverage across most parts of the country. We at Payers use smartphone data points with the customer's consent and run our in-house algorithms to precisely identify risk and reduce default, thereby making financing decisions in a matter of seconds. One day, Taseem's friend convinced her to download our app and apply for Payers Advance, a collateral-free loan of up to 10,000 rupees with tenors between 1 to 6 weeks. All she had to do was provide an ID photo to create an account, provide us permissions to access key data points on a device, which our algorithm processed to assign an instant credit limit. She then linked her mobile wallet, and the funds were instantly transferred into her wallet. Like Tasneem, Payers has served customers from various segments, including micro-entrepreneurs, white collars, blue collars, students, and stay-at-home homes. With over 500,000 downloads in just 2 years of operations, Payers has dispersed over $2 million in nano loans and issued 300,000 insurance policies across 160 cities in Pakistan. Out of these, over 70% are new to industry, not having availed credit from any financial institution before. Our 3-year plan is simple. It's 3 million smiling faces. Our ecosystem combines synergies of partnerships with banks, payment providers, insurance companies, and various others, providing access to over 40 million customers. All these building blocks are fortified by the leadership of our founding team with robust experience, backed by a seasonal group of investors, including Planet N, Umayyad Network, and Axion, bringing global insight. Together, we have embarked upon a journey to transform the financial landscape of Pakistan. We envision to build financial identities for the masses so that they can be empowered to improve their quality of lives, so that women like Tasneem can have the financial freedom to build and grow small businesses, so that communities can be made inclusive and have the power to build their future. So come, join us in this revolution for financial inclusion, reaching everyone, everywhere. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nari. Judges, please go ahead, ask questions. Azam Saab.
Okay, sorry. There are so many technical things. It's overwhelming for me. So excuse me for that. Okay, there are other players in the market as well, right? And if yes, what is your uniqueness? How you will be different from them?
So technically, there is no other full stack neobank in Pakistan as yet. Yes, there are digital credit players, the likes of EasyPaisa and Jazz Cash. And we actually are partnering with the banks. So what we've done is we partnered with Zong. They recently got an EMI license, and we become their digital financial arm. And along with that, we've also partnered with Bank Al Falah and UBL. So combined, this actually provides us the largest combined platform to serve customers. And the other thing
is, my point is, because you were too fast, and I could not even get that what is your unique selling feature, which makes you distinct from other players in the market while you were presenting.
So we use smartphone data to assess customers, which means that a smartphone tells us everything about us. Currently, there is no structured data available in the industry. So what we do is assessing smartphone data points such as SMS patterns, call logs, contact affinities. There are thousands of data points that our algorithm assesses, and it assigns credit scores to people. Now, what the beauty of that is that we do not need credit history or collateral, because your digital trends, your digital affinities tell us about you, which actually helps us to assign you credit scores and understand your credit worthiness. So that's how we differ. And that's the beauty of using digital and banking on this to reach the masses for financial inclusion.
Right. And have you tested the market? Have you gone to the market?
Yes, sir. We have 500,000 downloads. We have now dispersed over 150,000 loans. We have issued over 300,000 insurance policies, and we are growing. So yes, there is definitely space. We have launched with credit and insurance, and soon we'll be launching 2 savings product as well. So the company is growing, and it's supposed to be the fastest growing financial institution in Pakistan as we speak.
Right. And tell me about your projections, that what you have achieved as far as financials are concerned, and what are your projections and on what basis?
So we are targeting about 3 million customers within the next 3 years. And how we're doing that.
How many you have now? Half a million.
So we have over 1 lakh customers right now.
Over 1 lakh, okay.
Yes, sir. And the reason for this is that the first 2 years actually have been deployed in understanding these customers because we were building our algorithm. So that was deliberately, we were rejecting customers to make sure that, our algorithm was understanding customers. Now what we've done is we have partnered with all these financial institutions and telcos, which expands our reach. And, through them, we are not only providing credit and insurance, but also savings products. So via our partners, we have already access to 40 million customers. So that's how we're looking into acquisitions.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Kaisi Saab, do you have any questions?
Oh, yes. Farwa, this is pretty interesting. It reminds me of Grameen from Bangladesh. But I would also like to know, what is the success rate of recovery of loans? That's very important to let it continue for a longer and a bigger.
Absolutely, sir. So when we started off, now digital lending across the globe has been very interesting because there's no face-to-face, as is the case with Grameen and other international MFIs. So we initially started off with interest rates as high as, at default rates as high as 60%. Why? Because we were going blind. And that was gold for us because we wanted to get as much defaults as we could for our algorithm to learn on the bad customers. Over these 2 years, we have now, ever since we put in our algorithms in place, we have brought defaults down to par with the NPLs of commercial banks. And these are locking in around the 12 to 15% mark, which is actually brilliant because globally in countries like Kenya and Latin America, where
that will do. Just one small question. What is the limit? As you have mentioned about 10,000, that's hardly about $60. Do you plan to increase it in the coming time to make it more amenable for the people who have some serious small businesses, something like going up to at least 100, you could say $100, or say in local terms up to at least 50,000?
So no, sir, we won't. The business is nano lending. And what we're trying to do is these small loans of short tenors, they will remain, maximum will go up to 15,000. We're already exploring merchant lending with our partners. But what the beauty is that with partnering with other banks, we will be creating digital identities. We'll be creating credit histories for these people. And then they will be transitioned to higher ticket sizes with our partner banks. So that's what the model here is.
That's right. Actually, my observation is that at times you have put in the money for a project, but I've seen a number of projects flopping or failing because of want of working capital. That's equally important.
Sorry, sir, could you repeat that? I
have you thought of it?
Sorry, sir, could you please repeat that? I couldn't hear you.
Actually, I've seen a number of projects, very good projects, once they get the money to start off a project, but usually they could not sustain it, they could not succeed because of want of working capital. Working capital is as important as the initial investment for a project.
Absolutely, absolutely, sir. So just to share, we raised $1.5 million in 2018 from the Umedia Network, which is the largest impact investor in the world, and Axion, which is the largest microfinance investor in the world. And we also raised debt from the Pakistan Microfinance Investment Company. Now, how these businesses work is through a mix of debt and equity. Our lending book is, we plan on expanding our lending book via a further debt. We have a lot of other interest coming in from investors globally, as well as debt funders. And that's how we plan on building the loan book. As for other expenses, we are really focusing on cutting expenses. Ever since COVID, this has become even more so of a need. But absolutely, sir, your point is absolutely valid, which is why unit economics they're very, very important. And when we're launching our product, each product, we really focus on the unit economics of every product and make sure that the NPV ultimately is positive for us. So that's how we work around this, sir.
Thank you, Farwa. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Noreen. Thank you so much. Judges, can we please go ahead and rate the startup? Meanwhile, can we have Mohammed Naki from MIM AR to share?
Can you hear me?
जी we can hear you. तो आप अपनी screen share कर लें और then I'll let you know कि कब आपने start करना है once the judges are done with the
Okay. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
When you guys are ready.
Maria, can you give me the name of the person, please?
Mohammed Naki.
And then the company name?
And the company name is MIM AR.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Are we done with the rating of Noreen from Tez Financial? Azim Saab, are we done? Kaisa Saab, I'm hoping you're done as well. I think let's start. Mohammed Naki, please have a pitch. We'll start the time.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammed Naki Izaz. By profession, I'm an architect and I'm the founder of Mimar. What you see is what you get. Well, it's true in the digital world. But how about I tell you, what you see is what you do not get. Unfortunately, it's true in the construction world. Well, why is that so? As an architect, I can tell you that 34% of the people are not satisfied with the type of building visualization they are provided. What they see is not actually what gets constructed. That's where we come in. We believe that if you experience good at Mimar, you can build even better. How do we do that? We let the clients experience their buildings in real time on the site. For example, you just take your smartphone camera on the construction site and you see the building in real life scale there. This is also our USP. No one else in Pakistan currently is doing that. The other thing is very simple. You just take a tablet or smartphone on a building's plan and you can see it in 3D. For the VR experience, you can wear a VR headset, walk into the building, and you can also change your furniture, textures, and this gives you the option of designing your own space. So who are we targeting? We're targeting the construction builders, the interior furnishers, and the architects. And our clients, what do they get out of us? They can sell their buildings which are not constructed yet even quicker. From 3 to 4 to 1 to 2 meetings has the time been reduced. And they can sell expensive because now they're selling on the basis of features of the shop or an apartment. Previously, they're selling on the basis of per square foot. Just to mention a few of our clients, they are happy because we're doing the work on time and their buildings are being sold quickly. Our business model is very simple B2B. We're starting off with construction builders. We have tried to expand towards the societies and the housing societies, which are called the townships. And eventually our goal is to make a central platform. And let me tell you about the team. It consists of architects being mentored by the people from tech industry and the whole team of architects, designers, and software developers. So it's a young team, but they're learning. Just to brief the journey of Mimar, we started off in March 2019, and in March 20, we had around a team of 10 plus people and around a revenue of $35,000. Just to name our clients, for example, in one and a half year, we had around 18 clients and 36,000 in revenue, with the monthly growth being over 28%. In Pakistan, construction is the second largest industry with over $100 million being spent only on the visualization of architecture. And with AR's visualization increasing, the market is even increasing. The competitors in Pakistan do not offer the interactive services, and globally, they take more time to do the same work, so we are cheaper and faster. What we're looking forward is networking. We're looking to expand to other countries. As recently expanded to Karachi as well. And what I briefly want to say is that as an architect, I know what to sell, how to make it look, and that's what we do at Mimar. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Azim Saab, Kaisa Saab, any questions?
Yes, my question, Naki, again, and this is the comment for everybody. The main thing is your idea. you have to spell your idea slowly. You have to let people know that what actually you are doing. I still don't know what you are doing. Maybe I don't know the language, or I have no idea that why you were not able to convey to me that yes, you are doing something in VR or architect, but what are you? What is your product? What is
Okay.
your service?
We are doing augmented reality and virtual reality based building visualization for buildings that are yet to be constructed so that they can be sold on the basis of that visualization. Previously, it used to happen through conventional 3D views and animation, and now it can happen through interactive visualization in which the client can see from
Thank
all
you very
lenses,
much.
go
So
inside.
if this is your product, so who is your customer? Is it the architects or a person like me who wants to build his house?
Okay.
Whom you will
We
be
are,
selling your service?
yes, we are selling to majorly three categories: the construction builders who want to sell their buildings without even
Right. Naki, I can't hear you.
Lucky we lost you.
Yes. We can't hear.
Lucky, can you come back again? Mohammed Lucky, can you hear us?
The other thing is, Maria, that we have to go slow.
Yes.
Because I understand that there are 9 teams and we are far ahead of time, but you are racing. So we are losing the essence. I can't judge properly that what is the product, what is, and even the judging time is far less as compared to what it should be. So please hold your horses, if I say. So
Agreed.
so
Agreed.
so we still have a lot of time. We are, man, I have the schedule in front of me.
Okay.
We
If you can hear me,
we
I can
still have
continue.
15 minutes, for example. We are we have a lot of time, so please don't worry about it.
That's
So
okay.
Uh,
I'm not stopping on question answers. Please
yeah,
go ahead.
Naki, are you there? Naki,
yes,
or
I'm
you
here.
or excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being with us. So
Okay.
where were you?
Okay. So I was explaining the target audience, which is the construction builders, the architects, and the town planners. So they get to see their buildings uh, before the buildings are made, and they can sell those buildings like that.
Right. So are you the only one in the world who is doing that? What is your
No.
uniqueness?
Okay, so for example, in Pakistan, we have around 200 studios who are offering 3D visualization, but only less than 5 are working on augmented reality and virtual reality. And if you
So,
talk about,
but what the solution you are providing, is it your unique solution, or in the world other parties or other players are also providing that kind of a solution?
exactly. So as I mentioned on my competitor slide, the local competition is not doing the same type of technology. But if we go global, however, they are doing the technology, but they're doing it through a lengthy process. Just to explain a technical part, you can go and just open the camera on the side and see it in 3D with our service. But in other countries, first you have to go and document the whole area, the whole site, which is costly, which requires a lot of equipment. In our case, it's just a smartphone. It gets done quicker, it gets done cheaper.
So which means that you are introducing a new cutting edge technology to the market.
Exactly.
When I'm saying market, it's all over the world. So you are
Exactly.
introducing a new technology in the world. Is it
Yes,
right?
yes. And that's why we are also in the process of registering the IP.
That was my next question, but thank you very much. So you have not registered the IP as yet, but you are in the process of registering the IP.
Yes, we are in the process of registering the IP.
Excellent. So what are your projections?
Okay, as I mentioned, we've already gained around $36,000 during the past 18 months, despite COVID-19. despite construction market going down. But how do we benefit from it? When even due to COVID-19, the market was going down, the real estate builders needed to sell their buildings so they can get money and eventually construct it. So our market went up. The second thing is our growth has been, for example, within the first month back in March 2019, our revenue was just around 1 lakh rupees. And currently it's over, let's say you can say a million or two. So this growth is like over 28% monthly. So our projections just, you can say within, by the end of next year, because they will be like, we are hoping to touch at least the $200 mark, $200,000 mark by the end of the next year, or maybe by the
But
mid
all
of next
these
year.
figures are Pakistani figures, right? Like you are only working in Pakistan. Can you expand to international markets as well?
Okay, so we have collaboration in Canada and UAE. What's happening there is that this technology is either very expensive there or it's not available there. For example, in UAE, it's expensive, and in Canada, it's not available. So we are in collaboration with the big giants of construction industry in those countries who want to use our services there.
But for that, you have to protect your IP as soon as possible.
Exactly. So that's the reason we have sort of paused it for a couple of months, because it's in the process right now for expanding, I mean.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Over to you, sir.
Yes.
I would love to have any questions from any of the judges.
Yes. Actually, as you say, there's a point of uniqueness. I would a little disagree, because I'm into this industry and I know about constructing a lot of consultants, a lot of architects which are already enjoying this facility in-house. And again, when you said it's globally perhaps not being done, that's not true. Very recently, my son acquired a building in States. It was in Minneapolis, and they had all this AR/VR arrangements. And to add on to it, they were also suggesting that how you could furnish, refurnish according to your taste, with different colors, styles, and things. So what you're saying is, well, it's a good effort in Pakistan, but it is happening elsewhere. Now, as you mentioned, that there are difficulties out, well, they have different laws. They have to abide by the laws about the privacies, and they go by the bylaws. Then they have to provide certain information before they allow you to capture the 3Ds, and then you could sell it, because the privacy of neighborhood is, I would say, very, very important elsewhere other than Pakistan.
Okay.
So, well, good effort, but I don't think so it is new. It's
Okay.
already happening.
Yes,
The
I
only
would like
thing
to.
you have to come out with the more innovative, more by suggesting. Once you've given the inside 3Ds, you can come out with a suggestion with the good furnishing designers and all that how to place the furniture, how to
Naki, would you
decorate,
would you
and
like
so
to
on.
talk about it? Would you like to?
Yeah,
Sorry,
exactly.
Kaisa Saab, let him
You're welcome. You're welcome.
defend it as well.
Okay.
I appreciate your point, but let him defend.
Okay.
So the first thing, outside Pakistan, it's being done in a lengthy process. It's not because of the bylaws. It's because the technology they're first using the 3D mappers on the site to document it in 3D, and then you can take a camera to view it there. In our case, whether you're doing it in Pakistan or any other country, you just take your smartphone camera. For example, the videos I showed earlier, they did not have any prerequisite recording or 3D mapping of the site. Thing number one. Thing number two, as I mentioned on my slides earlier, sorry, I lost them because of some connection error. We are doing it on the interiors as well. One of the features was the user-centric design, in which you can go inside the building, you can change from local vendors' furnitures, and you can see how it looks. And that's where the interior furnishers come into our clientele as well, because their furniture is also being marketed through that. Are you getting me, Ansari Saab?
Right. Thank you. That's right.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Naki. Thank you for being with us. Or now, I would like the judges to please rate this startup. And Abud Bili Saab, if you can please start sharing your slide. Meanwhile.
जी बिल्कुल मैं भी शेयर कर लेता हूँ उनसे स्क्रीन मारिया स्क्रीन पे शेयरिंग हो रही है, स्क्रीन पे प्रेजेंटेशन की?
थैंक यू। Azam Saab, Kaise Saab, are we done? Can we start?
Just give us a minute, please.
Sure.
Yes, Maria, I'm done.
Kaise Saab, आपने कर लिया? मेरा ख्याल है आप शुरू कीजिए, आबिद साहब।
जी जज़ाकल्लाह। मेरा नाम आबिद बेली है, मैं फाउंडर हूँ आई स्मार्ट फिल्म्स का, और इस वक्त मेरे साथ सुहेल हाशमी भी हैं जो कि हमारी कंपनी के डायरेक्टर मार्केटिंग हैं। आई स्मार्ट फिल्म्स बेसिकली बहुत से लोगों का ख्वाब है जो पाकिस्तान के मार्जिनलाइज एरिया में रहते हैं या दुनिया के लोअर तबका है, जो सेलिब्रिटीज बनना चाहते हैं या जो मीडिया में आना चाहते हैं, लेकिन जो मीडिया में आने के जो इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं वो उनकी कॉस्ट इतनी ज्यादा है, उनकी स्टडीज इतनी ज्यादा है, या उनके इक्विपमेंट्स इतने महंगे हैं कि वो उसको ना अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं और ना ही इस फील्ड में आने का जो है वो उनका ख्वाब ही रह जाता है। लेकिन उनके हाथों में अब एक स्मार्टफोन एक ऐसा प्रोडक्ट है जिससे वो अपना टैलेंट पूरी दुनिया को एक्सपोजर मिल सकता है थ्रू आई स्मार्ट फिल्म्स। इनिशियली हमने जो स्टार्ट किया था आई स्मार्ट फिल्म्स में, हमने सिर्फ फिल्म सबमिशन से स्टार्ट की थी 2015 में, और ये एक इंटरनेशनल फेस्टिवल है और था जो उस वक्त के 7 इंटरनेशनल फेस्टिवल के साथ पार्टनरशिप में था। अब अराउंड 16 जो है वो हमारे साथ इंटरनेशनल पार्टनर्स हैं जिनके साथ हमारा MOU इस तरह का है कि वो तमाम जो फिल्म्स हमारी फाइनलिस्ट होंगी उन फाइनलिस्ट फिल्म्स को वो अपने फेस्टिवल्स में स्क्रीन करेंगे, और उनकी जो फिल्म्स हैं वो हमारे फेस्टिवल में स्क्रीन होगी। तो इट्स एन इंटरनेशनल एक्सपोजर। और 2015 में हमारी एक स्टोरी है, सक्सेस स्टोरी, जो लियारी में अदील वारिस रईस हैं जिन्होंने हमारे फेस्टिवल में सबमिट की थी फिल्म, और आज माशाल्लाह वो कतर में उनके पास बहुत बड़ी एक फिल्म मेकिंग कंपनी जो है वो एक पार्टनरशिप में रन कर रहे हैं जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस स्मार्टफोन। और जो हमारी प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, जो हमारी इसमें रेवेन्यू स्ट्रीम्स हैं, वो कुछ इस तरह से हैं कि फेस्टिवल हमारा ईयरली बेस्ड है। उसके अलावा हमारी शॉपिंग साइट्स जो है वो शॉपिंग साइट जो है वो बहुत जल्द 15 सितंबर या 20 सितंबर इंशाल्लाह स्टार्ट हो जाएगी, जिसमें हम वो तमाम गैजेट्स बनाने वाली कंपनीज जो वर्ल्ड वाइड हैं उनकी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के साथ हम पाकिस्तान में उसको लॉन्च कर रहे हैं। उसके अलावा हमारे फेस्टिवल के अलावा जो हमारी चीज़ें हैं, एक वीडियो रिज्यूमी है कि हम लोगों को वीडियो प्रोफाइलिंग करके दे रहे हैं। उसके अलावा न्यूज़ चैनल और एंटरटेनमेंट चैनल हमारे यूट्यूब पे ऑलरेडी एक्टिवेटेड है, क्योंकि हमारे पास इस वक्त जो फिल्म मेकर्स हैं, स्मार्ट फिल्म मेकर्स, वो अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 2700 से अबव है, और जिनके साथ हमारा MOU ये साइन है कि वो उनका जितना भी कंटेंट है वो हम यूट्यूब पे उसको पब्लिश कर सकते हैं और वो हमारे साथ रेवेन्यू शेयर करेंगे। न्यूज़ रिपोर्टर जो हैं उनको हमने नाम दिया है स्मार्ट रिपोर्टर का, कि वो अपने इलाके में, अपने सराउंडिंग में जो भी चीज़ ऐसी देखते हैं जिनको वो रिपोर्ट करना चाह रहे हैं, तो वो अपने स्मार्टफोन से उसको न्यूज़ रिपोर्ट बना के और उसको एडिट करके स्मार्टफोन से ही वो पब्लिश कर सकते हैं। हमने 2015 में जियो न्यूज़, हम न्यूज़ और हम न्यूज़ उस वक्त आने वाला था, लॉन्च नहीं हुआ था, और K21 को ट्रेनिंग दी थी लोकल डिस्ट्रिक्ट गवर्नमेंट के जब इलेक्शंस हो रहे थे कि कैसे वो स्मार्टफोन को यूज़ करते हुए रिपोर्टिंग कर सकते हैं। 2020 में हमारा जो ये फेस्टिवल है, जो कि ईयरली फेस्टिवल है, वो दिसंबर में हो रहा है इंशाल्लाह। और इसके साथ साथ हमारा स्मार्टफोन फिल्म स्कूल भी तकरीबन हमारा कंटेंट रेडी है, और वो भी इंशाल्लाह हम 20 सितंबर को ही एक्टिवेट कर रहे हैं स्मार्टफोन शॉप के साथ, क्योंकि हमारा एक कोवर्किंग स्पेस है तारिक रोड पे, उसमें इवेंट स्पेस पे ही हम उसका स्मार्टफोन फिल्म स्कूल को एस्टेब्लिश कर रहे हैं। जो
Thank you for your 3 minutes are up for the pitch. I think let's start with the question answers and then you can further clarify this.
जी जी बिल्कुल।
Please, सवाल पूछिए।
आबिद बिल्ली सर, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, क्योंकि आजकल वैसे भी हर जगह क्रेज है इंस्टा का, टिकटॉक एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट, बट अ लिटिल गोइंग बेटर देन दैट, कुछ शॉर्ट फिल्म्स बनी है पाकिस्तान में, लाइक आपने नाम सुना होगा सिंस यू आर इन दिस फील्ड, लाल कबूतर, और जो लेटेस्ट है चुड़ैल, तो इस किस्म की चीजें भी आर दे अंडर योर बेल्ट?
जी बिल्कुल। मेरे साथ जो इस वक्त सुहेल हाशमी हैं, वो पीटीवी के डायरेक्टर मार्केटिंग रह चुके हैं, और अभी मेरी स्लाइड पे जो मेरे साथ हमारे एडवाइजरी बोर्ड में लोग हैं, वो भी डिफरेंट फील्ड से ताल्लुक रखते हैं, मीडिया के। और हमारा प्लान यही है कि कोविड के ऊपर हमने मुख्तलिफ शॉर्ट फिल्म्स बनानी है, मुख्तलिफ स्टोरीज के ऊपर, कि कोविड की वजह से कितने लोग मुतासिर हुए और कितने लोगों ने अपने आप को दोबारा सर्वाइव किया। तो ये तमाम चीज़ें होंगी स्मार्टफोन पर इंशाल्लाह।
इसके साथ मैं एक चीज ऐड करना चाहूंगा, and that is we've been speaking about convenience. Convenience and of course risk, very very important factors, and I do appreciate that very much. Convenience की बात ये है कि everybody, well नहीं everybody, 50-60% should have smartphones. तो ये अपना स्मार्टफोन यूज करके इनकी ट्रेनिंग्स भी हो सकती हैं as far as smart journalism is concerned. So we can actually help to make people smart journalists. Number one. Number two, in Pakistan, there is a drive for tourism. We have so many beautiful places in Pakistan where people can travel to. But the people locally living there, should they have mobile phones, smartphones, then they can actually help promote Pakistan as well. By showing the places in the regions where they are. We're talking about the northern areas and other areas as well, if they are trained. So the scope is quite large on this, and I think that is one of the conveniences that one can have with a smartphone.
And what is the business model? Can you tell us your business model, that how you will generate revenue and how much profit you are envisaging?
ओके, रेवेन्यू स्ट्रीम्स हमारी जो है वो फर्स्ट ये फेस्टिवल है जो कि पेड सबमिशंस होती हैं उसमें, और ये जो 2700 समथिंग जो 3 फेस्टिवल्स में हमें फिल्म्स रिसीव हुई हैं, वो अप्रॉक्सीमेटली अबव 128 कंट्रीज से रिसीव हुई है। तो एक रेवेन्यू स्ट्रीम तो फिल्म सबमिशंस का है, दूसरा हम अपना जो एंटरटेनमेंट चैनल और न्यूज़ चैनल लॉन्च कर रहे हैं यूट्यूब के थ्रू, क्योंकि अभी हमारी मोबाइल ऐप जो है वो अंडर डेवलपमेंट है। जिस तरह की नेटफ्लिक्स है, उसी तरह की स्मार्टफोन बेस्ड तमाम फिल्म्स और न्यूज़ रिपोर्ट्स उसमें होंगी। फिलहाल हम उसको यूट्यूब पे पब्लिश कर रहे हैं, और उससे जो रेवेन्यू स्ट्रीम होगी वो शेयरिंग बेसिस पे होगी, कि जिनकी फिल्म है वो 30% उसमें शेयर होल्डर होंगे, और जो न्यूज़ रिपोर्टर है वो भी 30% उसमें शेयर होल्डर होगा।
So for my knowledge, so if anybody wants to send a film to your festival, they have to pay a fee.
जी बिल्कुल।
And how much is that fee?
जो अर्ली बर्ड है वो तो सिर्फ $4 है, और जो लेट जो मैक्सिमम जो जाता है वो $21 पे जाता है।
Okay, so this is one of your revenue streams.
जी।
Other than that, yes, I understand. जो आपने you told us, but let's say Mr. ABC wants to copy you tomorrow, and they come up with the money and with resources, and maybe some people from social from media as well, because I have seen the list of 6 people which you have showed. They are prominent names of the industry. So let's say another player, he comes into the market with 6 other big players, maybe as their partners, and they start replicating what you are doing right now. They just start replicating you. So what is your unique selling point or what is your edge then?
सबसे पहली चीज सर, पहले तो बहुत शुक्रिया आपके सवाल का। सबसे पहली चीज ये है कि हमारे साथ इस वक्त जो 16 दुनिया के इंटरनेशनल फेस्टिवल्स हैं, स्मार्टफोन फिल्म फेस्टिवल्स, वो हमारे साथ पार्टनरशिप में है। तो उनके साथ इंटरनेशनल एक्सपोजर हमारे थ्रू जो भी फिल्म सबमिशन आती है उनको मिलता है। दूसरा ये कि हमारा जो स्मार्टफोन फिल्म स्कूल का पूरा कंटेंट है फॉर न्यूज सिटीजन जर्नलिज्म एंड फॉर फिल्म मेकिंग, तो वो कंटेंट हमने इन तमाम लोगों की मदद से ही, और इसके अलावा बहुत सारे और डायरेक्टर्स हैं उनकी मदद से हमने ये सारा एस्टेब्लिश किया है। तो स्मार्टफोन फिल्म स्कूल विल बी अवर यूएसपी। और इसके अलावा जो हमारी डिफरेंट कैंपेन्स हैं और जो हमारा मुख्तलिफ जो अवार्ड्स हैं, इवन हमारे अवार्ड का जो नाम हमने रखा है स्मार्ट ऑस्कर अवार्ड, तो इट्स ये तमाम जो हमारे फेस्टिवल्स हैं, जो 16 फेस्टिवल इंटरनेशनल, वो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह स्मार्ट फिल्म्स को फॉलो कर रहे होते हैं, हमारी जो एक्टिविटीज चल रही होती हैं। तो और इसके अलावा जो तीसरा जो से यूएसपी है कि डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हमने ली है इस वक्त तकरीबन 7 कंपनीज की, और इसके अलावा 4 से जो है वो निगोशिएट हो रहा है। तो वो गैजेट्स बनाते हैं स्मार्टफोन फिल्म मेकिंग के, तो वो हमारे पास एक यूएसपी होगा पाकिस्तान में एज एन ऑथराइज्ड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर।
Excellent. I really like the idea and I really like what you are talking about. But my main concern here is still the same. My main concern is that any big player in the market, they can come up, they can forge partnership with all those festivals. They can also start what you are doing because they might have the financial muscle. And because of that financial muscle, they will have speed as well. So within 2-3 months, they can establish everything. They can have a smartphone app, they can have all kind of relationships which you have. So how will you survive then? What will be your edge then? I know I'm repeating my question, but I'm taking you into an alley where you should be thinking about it.
आप जज हैं, आप बिल्कुल सही सवाल पूछ रहे हैं। सर सबसे पहली चीज कि वो जो 2700 अबव हमारे पास फिल्म्स हैं जिनके साथ हमारा एमओयू साइन है कि हम उनका कंटेंट जो है वो पब्लिश कर सकते हैं। तो जितने भी मसल्स के साथ, वो इन्वेस्टमेंट्स के साथ कोई बंदा आता है, तो इट्स ह्यूज कंटेंट। 2700 फिल्म्स जो हैं और डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज जो हैं, वो एक अच्छा डाटा बैंक है हमारे पास, जो उस बड़े इन्वेस्टर को लाने में और बनाने में वक्त लगेगा। तो उस वक्त तक हमारे पास और बहुत सारी चीजें, जो कि हमारा जो 3 मिनट 1 मोबाइल 1 रिपोर्ट की हमारी कैंपेन जो चल रही है, उसमें हमारे साथ पाकिस्तान टूरिज्म जो हमारी मिनिस्ट्री है वो एसोसिएट हो रही है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। और इसके साथ साथ हमारे साथ श्रीलंका की जो कंपनी गवर्नमेंट है उसके साथ हमारी निगोसिएशन चल रही है। तो वो क्योंकि कंपटीशन तो ऑब्वियसली आएगा और हम कोई अनोखा काम नहीं कर रहे, लेकिन दुनिया में अगर 2007 में पहली फिल्म बनी थी स्मार्टफोन पर, और 2020 तक अगर फिल्म जो सिनेमा पे दिखाई जाने वाली अप्रोक्सीमेटली 18 बनी है अब तक, तो इस फील्ड में मुश्किलात हैं, प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, तो वो वक्त लगेगा किसी को भी इस फील्ड में आने में।
Thank you very much, Abid. Thank you.
Abid Sahab, I have a concern. Yes, you have wonderful data, or the way you want to do international usko invite karke, that is also fine. But my concern is that most of your thing, they're either under construction or under planning. Kuch September mein launch honge. I want to know what have you netted so far?
ओके, बेसिकली सर 2015 में जो पहला हमने फेस्टिवल किया था, तो वो काफी अर्ली था और हमारे यहाँ उसको इतनी ज्यादा एक्सेप्टेंस नहीं मिली थी, और पाकिस्तान से सिर्फ एक फिल्म हमें रिसीव हुई थी, जबकि दुनिया से हमें 1100 फिल्म्स रिसीव हुई थी। तो इसलिए फिर 2016 में भी हमने दोबारा किया, फिर इस कंपनी को हमने थोड़ा सा होल्ड दिया था, और 2019 में हमने इसको दोबारा से रिवाइव किया है। कुछ फाइनेंशियल कंसर्न्स भी थे, इस वजह से उसको होल्ड किया था। तो शॉप, हमारी जो ऑनलाइन शॉप है, वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशंस की वजह से थोड़ी सी होल्ड पे है। वो जैसे ही डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हमारी कंफर्म होती है, और हमारी कोविड की वजह से जो शिपमेंट्स डिले हो गई हुई हैं तमाम चाइना से आने वाली, तो वो जैसी आएंगी तो वो शॉप हमारी इनेबल है, वो ऑन हो जाएगी। स्मार्टफोन फिल्म स्कूल भी जो है वो चूँकि मार्च 22 से जो है वो कोविड की वजह से तमाम पब्लिक एक्टिविटीज बंद हो गई हुई थी, अदरवाइज हमारा स्मार्टफोन फिल्म स्कूल इज एस्टेब्लिश्ड, और हम सिर्फ वेट कर रहे हैं कि कोरोना इश्यूज खत्म हो और लॉकडाउन खत्म हो, तो फिर इसको भी हम इस तरह एस्टेब्लिश करें। फेस्टिवल जो है वो हमारा वो एवरी ईयर है, और जो हमारी 3 मिनट 1 मोबाइल 1 रिपोर्ट की जो कैंपेन है वो भी एक्टिवेटेड है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, और उसमें डेली बेसिस पे एवरेज 3 से 4 सबमिशंस जो है वो आगे होती हैं। थैंक यू सो मच। और कोई सवाल है?
थैंक यू वेरी मच, थैंक यू, हाईली अप्रिशिएट। Maria, how many teams we have already met?
We have met, let me tell you, we have done 1, 2, 3, 4. We have done 4 right now.
And how many are left? 5 are left.
Left with 5. Yes, there's one. No, so we left with 4 more because 2 of them backed out. उनका मुझे अभी email आया कि they can't come. So
yeah, we are very well in the time zone, which you so please so there is no need to rush. So let me do this. Yeah.
हम लोगों ने शुरू में बाकी startups को 3 minutes pitch के दिए थे. I'm giving them 3 minutes. For question answers पे it's open. So I'm not doing that. So it's open.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
जी हिरा, जब तक judges encourage कर रहे हैं, can you please start sharing your slide?
Hi, Maria. Absolutely. Let me just share my screen.
Azim Saab, Kaise Saab, are we done with the rating? Can we start?
Yes, we can go ahead.
So there's a small request, Maria. The product is very, very technical, so I'd just like to go slow, and maybe then we won't have so much to cover in the question answer session.
कि हम बाकी स्टार्टअप्स को 3 मिनट दे रहे थे पिच के, तो आप 3 मिनट लीजिए for pitch, and then for question answers it was open for everyone. So let's just do that. Okay?
Absolutely. Let me just hide the video. So, is the screen visible?
Yes, it is. Yes.
It is.
Hi, I'm Hira Irshad, co-founder and CEO of Apris Technologies. My pitch today is going to center around the discussion of a massive industry worth a roaring $600 billion, the medical equipment industry. We always confuse medical equipment with medical tools. So I would just like to clarify both so that we have a very good understanding of where we're going. So the global medical tools industry is a US $11 billion, and in Pakistan, we have a good share of that industry, which is based in, the industry is based in Sialkot and Gujranwala. So we make a lot of medical tools. The medical devices industry, however, is a roaring $600 billion, and our share in the medical devices industry is 0. There is no company in Pakistan that manufactures medical equipment. By tools, we mean scalpels, scissors, knives that are used in different surgical procedures. However, the medical equipment industry refers to more complicated, complex, and high-tech machines. In Pakistan, 66 million surgeries are performed every year. And imagine, for all of those surgeries, our reliance and our need of medical equipment is solely met by imports. Now, we are an extremely poor country. And due to very high tech and R&D oriented products, it is very, very hard to start a medical equipment industry in developing countries. So usually in developing countries, we do not see any medical equipment industry. For meeting our medical equipment need, what do we do? So the prices of all of these equipments is also the price is pretty high usually. So what we do is that our entire healthcare industry is reliant on refurbished equipment, which I'd like to clarify is banned by the government of Pakistan. So since we're so poor that we smuggle all of the medical equipment into Pakistan, and then it's sold in refurb equipment. Refurb equipment is the equipment that is discarded by the developed world. So, their warranty is over, they are no more functional. So the equipment is usually dysfunctional, it's extremely unsafe and can carry life-threatening pathogens. But since we don't have an option, that is the kind of equipment that we're using even in the most prestigious hospitals. So what did we do? We formed a company called Apris Technologies with the vision to make intensive healthcare medical equipment safe, reliable, affordable, and accessible to the masses. So we are the first manufacturers of high-tech, innovative, and affordable medical equipment in Pakistan. The company was established in 2018, and we actually started operations about a year ago. This that I'm showing right now is our flagship product. It is called Alpha 1.0. It is an electrosurgical unit. So an electrosurgical unit is a must-have in every operation theater. हमें ऐसे लगता है कि operation theater में tissues की cutting वगैरह scalpels से होती है, but all internal cutting of tissues in any kind of surgery is done by the process of electrosurgery, and this electrosurgical unit is used in it. So it is used to cut tissues, coagulate tissues, seal blood vessels during surgical procedures. I will try to give you a very, very quick, snapshot of the market dynamic. The market, global market alone for this one product is $7 billion. And in Pakistan, 6,000 units are sold. Since some of these are refurb or, the prices may vary. That is why I've written it in units. Now, the most important feature in electrosurgery is controlling the output wattage. So the global norm, the big players such as Valley Lab, ConMed, and Bovi, they have done years of research and they have tried to limit this deviation in the output wattage to 13 watts. What we have done is a global innovation. We've brought it down to 5 watts. Now, what it means in surgery is that, it will give the surgeon a lot more precision in cutting, coagulation, and sealing of blood vessels. Our price comparison is also pretty unbelievable. Valley Lab, which is Medtronic, which is a brand of Medtronic, is $20,000. ConMed is around $19,000. Bovi, who were the pioneers of electrosurgery, around $17,000. And we're selling this for $3,000 only. In Pakistan, we're selling it for 3,50,000 rupees. Now, sorry?
Your time is up. Judges, if you want her to continue, please let her know, or if you have any questions, please go ahead.
I think so. थोड़ा सा और सुन लेते हैं.
Thank you so much. So I will now elaborate some more of the products that we've worked in our product line. Alpha Nano is also an electrosurgical unit, but the output wattage is half of Alpha 1.0, and it is usually used in dental, dermal, and ENT surgical procedures, because we've talked to the surgeons and they said that they would like a unit which is, low in wattage, so there isn't any deviation. The product is Alpha 1.0 is absolutely complete. Alpha Nano is complete. We have done the clinical trials. We right now have the manufacturing capacity of 300 units per month. And as I said, this is a smaller version, so perfect for dental, dermal, ENT procedures. Then we have developed another product. It is called Atom. So this is an innovation on our part. Usually people who have large wounds, they have to stay in hospitals for 2-3 months, and they have to be put in special wards where negative pressure is created to help those wounds heal. What we've done is we've made this portable. Patients can walk home with this machine, and there's a special bandage that creates negative pressure, and their wounds can heal easily. This product is also developed. Clinical trials are in process. We have a production capacity of 200 units for this right now. Then this is an anesthesia machine. This picture is not real. I have taken this one from Google. All other pictures were real. We've developed those ourselves. This is an anesthesia machine which is in the R&D process. So we pretty much know everything about the electronics. Our working prototype is expected to be ready in the next 5 months. We're expecting to do the clinical trials in the next 9 months. And then another product line which is also in R&D is OT lights. So R&D is in process, working prototype. Both of these product lines are going simultaneously. So in 9 months, we hope to do the clinical trials.
Hira, please, because it won't be fair for other participants that if we give you a lot of time.
Sure.
What you are talking about is product line. And let's talk about, let's start with the questions now, and we can ask the questions and maybe things will be clear there. Because if you go to Entrepreneurship World Cup final, which means the international, because I was one of the judges last year, the time is short and you have to talk about the main things there. So that's why I'm stopping you here.
All right.
My first question is, you already have worked on the products. The products are there. It's a commercial venture. Why are you here in this Entrepreneurship World Cup? What is your motive? What do you want to achieve?
To be very honest, we have already raised a seed investment, and I'd love to get connected to people, and we are now looking at raising a Series A investment. So I'd love to get connected to people. Also, I know this is a global platform, and one of the major things that we want to do is export. So I do hope to find connections where I can, build those connections and export to other companies.
Okay.
It is a commercial venture, but we call ourselves a startup. We're just a team of
So is it a social venture? How come it's a social venture? Why are you saying that it's a social venture?
It is a social venture because, first of all, in Pakistan, we do not have any medical equipment. So all of the medical equipment that comes in is refurbished, which means it's discarded, it's unsafe. We're giving people an option to go to extremely safe medical equipment.
So social venture means there's a definition of a social venture. The definition of a social venture is that yes, you are going to have profit, but all that profit is going to go back into society, and no shareholder will get any profit out of it. Is this the company about? This is the definition of social venture. In social venture, no shareholders can have profit money. No dividends are going to be paid to shareholders. Is this the nature of the venture?
No, that is not how it is.
That is not. Thank you very much. So this is a commercial venture. Excellent idea. I really appreciate your idea. The idea is there. The products are there. You might have certain distinctive features. The only thing which you need right now is the seed money, the Series A money, because as you are saying that you have already raised 100 million Pakistani rupees, and you have manufactured or designed or manufactured both? Have you manufactured? Have you manufactured some products as well?
First product, it's right here, if you could see.
So one of the products is manufactured, but you want to manufacture other things as well.
Right? Yeah, and we want to spend on R&D as well.
You want to spend on R&D as well. Okay. So when you are on an international platform, which is Entrepreneurship World Cup, I want to know that what is the distinguishing factor which no one else has, you are bringing to the table? Are you going to do something new, something unique, something distinctive? Or you are doing it for certain audience for which it has not been there? How will you pitch yourself? You have 30 seconds to let me know. Don't repeat anything which you have already told me.
The answer for that is different for every product line. Each one of our product line is unique with a different technology and distinctive features. At the same time, we're at least 10x cheaper than all of our competitors. Some product lines are such that only we are doing and nobody else has done before. For example, Atom, which was the negative pressure wound therapy unit.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And then the second is your projections. What are your projections as far as the business model is concerned?
We have tried to keep it extremely conservative. We won a DG Health KP tender, but because of Corona, we could not make any sales. We expect to sell 100 units starting from November, because we want to give out our distributions only to 2 distributors right now in Pakistan. We're already talking to them, and that is the target that we're going to give them on a monthly basis. So those negotiations are going on. We'll start selling Alpha 1.0 in November with 100.
Okay, my follow-up question is, what do you think is your market? What is your market size? What is your market size? Where can you sell your product?
The market size for Alpha only, the global market size is $7 billion. Right now in year 1, year 2, we're only focusing on Pakistan. And then we plan to move to Central Asian countries. We plan to move to African countries. Since we are CE certified, so we can sell anywhere. We can sell in Europe, apart from America, for which we need an FDA. And we are not filing for an FDA right now.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Hira, I have a very basic question. It has to do with the basic techniques and technology. As we understand, the current is always measured in amperes. Voltage is measured in watts. Now, please do tell us that reducing from 13 watts to 5 watt, how does that help the wound process or the healing process? It is only the power we are talking about. You just reduce the power, because there are some equipments internationally in practice working at 0.5 watts also. So please, can you apprise us as to how this will work with your system?
Thank you so much for asking that question, sir. In electrosurgery specifically, the deviation in power is very, very important. So for example, if a doctor wants to cut an arm tissue and 100 watts power is needed for it, then the 13 watt deviation means that 113 watt power might be delivered to the tissue, which will burn the tissue, which the surgeon may not come to know, but the patient will experience pain 4 to 6 months even after the surgery. And the recovery period will be much longer. So controlling this deviation is a global topic of research right now. And that is why when I say that we have brought it down to 5 watts, it really does mean something, because it means more precision. On the other hand, if a doctor wants to deliver 100 watt power and, for example, 87 watt is delivered to the tissue, then it will, just say, for example, छाले बन जाएंगे और वो proper precise cutting नहीं हो सकेगी. So I can send, I don't know how else to elaborate, because I'd need a lot of time to elaborate on the point, but it was a very important.
Okay, so one more question.
What does your research say? Any reports, any results from any hospital saying that because of high voltage, the wounds were burned or the skin were burned? Because we have been interacting with hospitals. If there is usually such a thing, the doctors do report and they do discuss. It's yet to be heard of a patient being burned because of high voltage.
Whenever you buy an electrosurgical unit, there's a safety manual which elaborates over and over about the burning and scarring of tissue. So this is a very common thing. All surgeons complain about it. So if there is a deviation, the tissues will burn. And, so for example, there's a doctor, Dr. Tariq Hashim, he's a heart specialist in Northwest Hospital. And I was talking to him about how important it is. And what I quoted came directly from him. वो मुझे कह रहे थे कि जब patients complain करते हैं 4 महीने बाद after heart surgery कि they are still experiencing pains. And after 6 months after surgery that they're still experiencing pains, it's because of the damage of healthy tissues, which was not intended for, but happened because of the equipment.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay, 2 more questions, Hira. The first one is that who is the team? Who are the team members? Number 1. Can you please? Okay. So these are the people who are working on it. The second thing is that how much money you need for next steps. For Series A, how much money you need?
So to be very honest, we have done some financial calculation, and we are looking at an investment of around $100 million, because we want to establish a proper, R&D lab and a proper production facility. And there is a lot of R&D that needs to be done. So I do have financials for that. And I do have, the reasons for why we're going to such a high investment. But I believe starting a new industry does require that kind of money.
Thank you very much.
Hera, just last question. Hera, do we have any doctors on your consultation board?
Absolutely. So we have a panel of experts who work very, very closely with us. The time was very short, so I haven't listed down their names. We have a plastic surgeon working with us, Dr. Ubaidullah. We have Dr. Hashim working with us. We have Dr. Rahman working with us from RMI in Peshawar. So there's a panel of experts that we sit down with, we discuss the product with, and then there's a team of biomedical engineers also. So we've partnered with RMI, Rahman Medical Institute, and the biomedical engineers are there. Thank you so much.
Again, thank you, Hira. Thank you so much. Azim Saab, can we please have the rating done?
Yeah.
Watch live event page. And meanwhile, can we have Ilhan to please share your screen?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Rafiq.
Walaikum assalam.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay. Maria, please let me know when the judges are ready, and then I'll start. Inshallah.
Just give them a minute.
Yeah, sure.
आजम साहब, कैसे साहब, जस्ट कंफर्मिंग कि आप लोग वॉच लाइव इवेंट के टैब के ऊपर जाकर रेटिंग कर रहे हैं ना? उधर हमारे पास हैं ये सारे स्टार्टअप्स के नाम, so I hope you're going there and evaluating them, rating them. Okay, thank you. ठीक है, so if we're done, can we start the pitching?
Just give us a second, Maria.
Sure, please.
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. Thank you.
Okay. ठीक है जी, Ilhan, let's start.
Okay, ji. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm representing Zillion e-learning. I am the CEO and founder of this company, and our aim is to become leading edutainment company in Pakistan and North America by 2025. So the challenge that we think that we have identified in the market is that companies are spending a lot of money on their training and development through e-learning, in the recent years. And if you see in the e-learning industry, most of the companies are, they have one product for all, and that content is not customizable. So it's one product. If they want to train, if A company wants to train their employees, it's the same product. If it's B company, then it's the same product. And if it's C company, then it's also the same product. So what we came up with is custom learning solutions based on individual needs and requirements of the clients. So what happens here is that we actually search the real-time scenarios and case studies, and then try to incorporate them in a learning solution so that companies can actually, so that we can actually hit their pain points and try to drive the results that they are looking for, making their learning more fun, more awesome, and more engaging. We have game-based assessments, we have learning games, simulations, and we also have our own LMS that drive all these trainings in the organizations. Looking at the competition, because when you hear e-learning, a lot of names rush to the mind, like Linda, Soft Skills, Coursera, Udemy. We think of ourselves as more affordable and cost effective and more customizable, as all these names are expensive, as well as what happens is that their content is not customizable. So basically Coursera offers one course on leadership, and it's the same for A, B, C, X, Y, Z companies, but we alter our content, alter our cases for each individual company. So $171 billion is the size of this of this industry worldwide. And it is growing at an annual rate of 11%. This is the traction that we actually have in the market up till now. Our revenue is $150,000. We have impacted 10,000 employees. We have over 100 clients and 2,300 hours of learning that we have produced. This is how our gross margin looks like at the moment, and it's growing. Currently, in this year, we are predicting at least 45% of gross margin. This is our team with a cumulative experience of around 60, 70 years. We have a team of young people, but we are learning fast, and we're trying to be more creative and innovative than, certain other companies. Our mentors and advisors have a cumulative experience of 100 years, and they are based in Canada, USA, and Pakistan. So we have a right mix, we think, of mentors and advisors that are guiding us, through our journey. These are our international partners. We partner with these international partners, to get the content, and all the content that we have in our library comes from these vetted and trusted and, validated partners. These are awards and achievements that we have. Sorry?
So time is up, so we'll let it ask questions.
Yeah, so this was basically the end. These are the awards that we have won up till now. So thank you very much.
Okay, Ilhan, what is your uniqueness? There are so many players, and yes, you have talked about it, but I just want to go deeper and want to know that why you say that you are better than the other players, and there are a lot of players. There are 67 companies in Pakistan in e-learning field. 67. I counted them yesterday somehow because I am an academic myself. So tell me, what is the unique feature you have?
The first unique feature that we have is that we are focused on corporate learning. This industry is valued at $51 billion. 67 e-learnings that you have mentioned in Pakistan are mostly doing things for schools, for colleges, for K-12 educations, for SAT, papers, for NTS papers. I have seen them. I've met a lot of people in them. But our main focus is on corporate learning. And then, as I've mentioned in the challenge, that it's one product for all that most of the companies are doing, but we are not doing that. What we do is that we tailor our product and we customize it as per individual needs and requirements of our clients. For example, if National Foods come to us and they need a course on leadership for their salespeople, we are going to tailor the course for their salespeople. And if Shank Foods come in and they want similar course for their salespeople, we are going to tailor it as per their needs and requirements.
What do you change, by the way? What do you change when you say tailor?
That is where I'm coming.
What do you tailor?
What we do is that we study and we research their real-time scenarios and case studies. We extract the content from them and then try to build our content around those real scenarios. We try to add as many games or simulations in our content that actually helps them and is result-driven. That actually derives the change that they are looking at, hitting the pain points that they have. Because leadership in sales can be so many things. And if these both companies go to Coursera, they are going to teach their learners the same exact thing. But in the current era, that is not going to help them because human resources.
So what you are saying is that you change the activities depending on the requirement of those companies.
Absolutely. It's 10% change in the content, but it's 90% change in all the simulations, case studies, because our courses are much more interactive than usual.
Do you create simulations for them, or do you have a library of simulations and case studies and you just pick one or the other based on the need?
Sir, because we started in 2017, so we actually started building everything from scratch. But as I showed in the traction slide, now we have at least 114 courses in our usable library as well. So now often, we find things in our library already that we have created in previously for someone else. All we need to do is that change the content and change the outcomes of the algorithms that are running on the back end. So, but we do create from scratch. Like currently we are creating an IBC project for K Electric, which is 9 months long project. And it's a big project that we have landed without any reference or without any that thing. So what we are trying to do is that there are 29 IBCs in K Electric, and we are going to train their IBC people, based on artificial intelligence simulations on how to deal with actual customers, what goes wrong when the bill is wrong, what goes wrong when the meter is faulty, what happens when rain comes down, So all these things. So we differentiate from all other players. Coursera, Udemy, Skillsoft, Lynda, they are not going to do this for them. And if they do, the costs are extremely, extremely higher. So we pitched a solution to Nust for $4,000 that they talked to Coursera about, and their quotation was $30,000. So $4,000 and
so how much money you needed to, do you need any money right now, or you are self-sufficient?
Sir, until now, this is a self-funded venture. I started this just from $1,800 in 2017, and I've built this organization from scratch. Currently, we are a team of 10 people with 5 international partnerships, with Alhamdulillah 7 major awards in the industry. As you can see, from training industry, we have won awards and represented Pakistan in the global e-learning.
So what is your need right now? Because you are a commercial venture, you can grow yourself, but do you need anything? You need
foreign we are looking at an investment of $200,000 at the moment, and that would be that is to develop new product, because the focus that we have currently is on leadership and soft skills. But since we are in the corporate learning and we have gained a lot of attention in the market, now needs are coming in for IT courses, for technical courses, for supply chain courses, like Zong wants Agile and Scrum trainings. National Foods is, tapping on my door for 5S production trainings, then there is a need of Six Sigma. So as I've mentioned, that the content that I have is coming from international vendors who do not need any introduction in the market. Because if I sell a content, if I'm selling content developed by Ilhan Chabla, it might not get that much traction in the industry, to be fair and to be honest. But if I say that I'm selling a leadership course by Marshall Goldsmith, but I am adding further value to it, by customizing the content as per your needs and requirements, that will get a lot of attention. So I do not want to do anything.
So when you say customizing the content, which means that you are developing something new and adding it to the and how do you develop it?
Sir, with the mentors and advisors that I just showed. So what happens is that these are our international partners. Marshall.
Yeah, I understand. There are 4 or 5 people. So
what happens is that these mentors and advisors, so they actually help us, in generating the content that we are looking for. Salman Shahzad.
And what kind of content they are generating?
The soft skills and leadership. This is the major.
What kind of content? What do you mean by content? Content can be PowerPoint slides. Content can be case studies. Content can be simulations. What is the content? Exactly. What is content for you?
What happens is that all they do is that they write case studies and hand them over to us in PowerPoint, Word, or PDF. We then author those, the content coming in e-learning authoring tools and develop further simulations and courses out of it. So it's
give me 1 or 2 examples of e-learning tools which you use.
Articulate Storyline 3 and 360, Adobe Captivate 18, Lectora Inspire 16. So we are using these. We are also using PowerPoint and iSpring, for a North American client, So our team is trained in 7 most used e-learning tools in the world. We have also used Gomo.
I understand. Thank you very much for because I want now to go to Kaisa Saab, because I have taken too much time. Sorry, Kaisa Saab, because I have a personal interest in the area. That's why I asked.
You're welcome. It was very interesting, and especially the questions were even more interesting. But one thing is really boggling. Ilhan, you said that you have made 1,400, developed 1,400 new cases over 3 years. Now, if sticking to the numbers, that is more than doing one program or more than one, maybe about almost 2 programs a day. Do you think for at a corporate level for industry, can you do it continuously for 3 days, doing 2 programs every day, designing 2 programs every day?
Sir, I said we developed 2,300 hours of content in last 3 years. Actually, this is the 4th year running, and 114 reusable courses. We have not developed 114 case studies in thousands of case studies for corporate learning. We have not done that.
Okay, I got it.
2,300 hours.
Now,
yeah.
Ilhan, just a second.
Sir.
I have this experience of being at the corporate level, and you know, with the best of your mentors and everyone, one day is too short even for an overview of industry. Suppose let's talk of a sugar industry, textile, cement. One day you can hardly get a briefing of what actually how the thing happens. So I think so. While you're pitching, you should be more precise in saying that in fact how much real time you have taken in development, because if you say you have developed within a day or 2 days or even 4 weeks for industry, I can't buy it, and for me it is not doable.
No. I don't want to say that or give that impression, because I've mentioned that the project for K Electric, it's only a simulation of 80 to 120 minutes, but I've said that it is going to take 9 months time. 4 months are already passed, and we are only in the content stage. You are absolutely right about that. There is so much content coming from them that we have had around 11 e-meetings with them, because COVID came in once we got the purchase order. So we are having e-meetings with them. We also have a meeting tomorrow with them. So it's been 4 months, and we are still in the content extracting phase. So you are absolutely right. So if you see the average, it's around 700 something hours in a year. With a team of 10 people, we have reached this capacity from 2019.
Okay, that's right. Thank you, Ilhan. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Ilhan. Judges, can we please rate the starter?
Thank you so much.
Meanwhile, can we have Sangeet from Waste Hunters to start presenting?
हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
जी वालेकुम अस्सलाम। संगीन, आपकी आवाज बहुत कम आ रही है।
Okay, hello, am I audible?
Yeah, now you're audible. आप please kindly अपनी screen share कर दीजिए your slide.
Okay, sure. Is it visible?
नहीं, अभी नहीं. Let's just wait for a minute. Yeah, it's visible now.
Okay. Kindly let me know when the judges are free.
I'll let you know. अभी आप wait कीजिए.
Okay, sure.
I have one share. कैसे पहुंचे? Back to screen.
Zoom पे दबाएं, वो जो कैमरा वाली बटन, वो जो कैमरा वाली आइकॉन है, आप दो
I'm ready.
जी, you done? कैसा are you
Yes.
done? ठीक है जी. Start.
तो देखोगे कि एंड वाला जो है इस पे अभी मैं हमेशा बार इस पे ना
That's Sab, I think you have to mute your mic.
Yes, sir, please kindly mute कर दीजिए so we can start. जी, Sangeet, please start.
Okay, thank you very much. So we are the waste hunters coming with the two basic motives: eliminating the waste at primary collection point and digitizing the system of solid waste management in Pakistan. Now, if we model the city of Peshawar, there are 23,000 tons of waste generated per month, which is equivalent to the line of garbage truck covering the whole main road of Peshawar. So now you people think how much waste Pakistan is generating per month, and it's a large quantity. Now, what is the system? What is the current situation of management of waste? If waste is more, we are burning it. So we are producing environmental hazards. We have inefficiency of recycling, so the system is not sustainable because the recycling waste has been collected by the scavengers and local kabadis. Now, we don't have any public interest. The public is throwing the waste not into the designated bins, but they are throwing the waste in the roads, etc. And we have some technical weaknesses in our dump site. Our dump site are not located where it should be located. So I am asking a basic question: is this system sustainable? And my answer to this question is that this is not a sustainable system. So to provide a better solution, we are here. What we are doing, we are collecting segregated waste door to door from the household using our vehicles. So now when the waste is collected from the households, we allot some credit points to the household through our mobile app named as Waste Hunters, using on the basis of quality of waste, quantity of waste, and the level of segregation of their waste. Now we have been, the waste is with us, we are selling this waste, and the household have some credit points. So after selling the segregated waste directly to the waste recycling industries, we are generating revenue. So after generating our revenue, some part is given to subsidize the utility store, so that the points given to the households can cash their points in the utility store and they can buy some utility products. So this is our main idea. Now, what is a potential market for this idea? We are targeting the educational institutions, like we have run a pilot project in University of Engineering and Technology Peshawar, and we have a tender of University of Peshawar from which we are collecting waste. We have targeted the household, and we are currently active in New City Homes and Peshawar Garden Township, and we are targeting different restaurants. So the opportunity, so we are selling these kind of waste. We are collecting paper waste, plastic waste, metallic waste, and other organic waste. So we are selling these waste to different waste recycling industries, and they are demanding a large quantity of waste from us. So now, I will give a short overview of our mobile app we used in our technology and our system. These are basically three centrally managed and integrated apps. First is the user app. Yeah, it means user login. So user will insert its email for the sign up and its password, and from the location, it will automatically detect its location through Google Maps. So the user have prepared its ID. So now for the first time when users sign up, the dashboard will be like this. He don't have any kind of points, as he didn't give us any kind of waste. So now for the driver login, if driver came to this user, he will log in and he will enter the quantity of waste and the type of waste as given in the dashboard. And he will enter the level of segregation as good, fair, and bad. So now he has given the points. So the points has been allotted to the households, and for the utility store login, now household is going to cash these points into money or utility products in the utility stores. So for the utility store retailer shop will generate a barcode for that household, and after scanning this barcode like this, the
ठीक है.
points will be deducted from it and it will be allotted the points. So this is our basically the Android app, and we are creating different jobs. We are reducing water and air pollution. We are reducing the carbon emission due to burning of waste. We are eliminating the risks we are eliminating the unhygienic appearance, as there is no households, and we are eliminating the child labor working as the scavenger. So these are different revenue analysis. I think my time is up, so you can ask any questions if you want.
Okay, Ilhan, the question, what is unique about it? There are a
Sangeet, sir,
number of,
Sangeet.
there are,
Sangeet.
oh, sorry, Sangeen, I'm sorry. What is unique about it?
It's okay.
There are a lot of apps available in different parts of the world. What are you offering which they are not offering?
Sir, first of all there are a lot of waste apps available in the different parts of the world. If we talk about the Pakistan, for solid waste management system, there are almost less than 8 or 9 apps available for the solid waste management. system.
8 or 9 apps is
government
not a
sector,
small number. It's not a small number.
That's
yes,
right.
yes, it is. So I am coming towards the uniqueness in it. So the uniqueness in it that it's a waste to point collection system, and no other waste recycling industry is intensive giving incentive to the public upon the collection of waste. This is the main thing. And the other thing is we are sustainable. Even the government waste collection industries are not sustainable, and they are getting money from the government for the services and getting money from the household from the services, and we are giving incentive to the household upon the collection of services, upon the collection of waste.
Sagil Saab, there is a question for the collection. You require a lot of trucks and dumpers. So currently, how many do you have which you are already collecting?
Sir, we have different vehicles. Sir, can you repeat your question, sir? How many what we have?
What actually I meant that the whole operation depends upon the number of vehicles and dumpers through which you collect
Yes, sir.
and bring it to the dumping site. And after that, you require a huge place after which you segregate the metal, the paper, the wood, and all those things. And for that, you also require a lot of labor. I would like to know that how
Yes,
many vehicles do you have, and
I
how
got you,
much
sir.
area do you have where you're segregating or where you're dumping it?
Uh, I got you, sir. Sir, first, we are not segregate waste by itself. Household, we are giving different segregated bins to the household, and they are providing already segregated waste. That's why we are giving incentive to them. So we are minimizing our labor cost by
Okay.
giving incentive to household. Second thing, we model the one township, and then if I say about new city homes, so for new city homes we require 1 meter cubic volume of vehicles and 3 cubic volume of a truck. So these vehicles are sufficient to collect the household for the collect the waste from 1125 households of that township. And then we have talked to WSSP Water and Sanitation Services Peshawar, which is a government institution. So they have given us the dump site located in Hazar Khwani, Peshawar. So the dump site is not for segregation. It's just for storage of waste for 1 day, and then we are forwarding it and selling it to the waste recycling industries located in Peshawar and Sawabi area.
Sagil Khan, can you share with us that so far how much funds you have generated through these operations?
Sir, these are our let me share it, sir. Sir, these are this is our revenue model, sir. So you can see, sir, we are selling 33% of fertilizers, 5% of roti, 24% of plastic, 17% of paper, 22% of metal, and these are the revenue generated from the new city homes where we are established and currently working in major of their houses, and they have adopted our idea.
So how much is the total? What is the total monthly revenue?
383.
383.
No, but 383 is metallic
383 is
and
from metal, sir, and 90 is
yeah.
from
So what
paper,
is the
portable
total?
waste,
That's what I'm
plastic.
asking you. 4 plus 3
Yes, sir.
plus
Sir,
4,
plus
almost
4 plus
almost
6.
1.5 million.
Exactly,
1.6
sir.
million.
It's up to
And what is the
1.2 or
margin?
1.3.
And what is the margin?
Sir, the profit margin in it is not very much high for us, but still we are the exact profit margin, if we deduct it from our cost and incentive, we are generating almost half a million, 0.4 million per month.
Is
But
this
it
the
depends.
margin?
It depends on the quantity of it. Yes,
No,
it
what
depends
is the
on the
margin?
quantity of waste. And
I'm asking, I'm only asking for the margin. What is the margin? And margin is
the
in
profit
percentage.
margin, sir.
Yes.
Okay, we have 25% or 26% of profit margin.
25% or
26%.
what did you say?
Somewhere in it.
Okay, thank you very much.
25% or 26%.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Judges, if you don't have any more questions, let's please rate the starter. और उसके बाद Y पे फुरकान आप kindly अपनी screen share कीजिए. Startup Y पे से फुरकान या फिर फरीहा. Who's gonna?
Hi. Yeah. Hi, my name is Fariha. Maria.
Hi, Fariha. Fariha, can you please share your screen with
Sure.
us? Thanks to your pitch.
Yes.
I'm done.
Hi.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi. Yes, we can
Okay.
see.
I'm also through.
All right.
Okay. So let's
Cool.
start with
Okay. So, hi, my name is Fariha. I'm the CFO at YPay, enabling truly digital investments in Pakistan. Okay. So, a little bit about our team. So, we have Sarfaraz, CEO and software solution specialist, Furkan, the COO and technical specialist, myself, Fariha, with startup finance specialist, and Kiran, chairman and forex specialist, and Shannon, legal expert and our legal counsel. The problem: we have about 100 million unbanked adults in Pakistan as of 2019, and they have no access to financial services or financial literacy, which means that a large portion of the population is untucked from the market, from the financial markets, and it is untapped. At YPay, we provide a fast, smart, and convenient solution to bridge the gap between asset management companies and modern-day investors. How we work is that investors register on our platform and enter their personal details such as CNIC, etc. And on the back end, NIFT, the largest payment clearing facilitator in Pakistan, does a completely digital and efficient KYC. So when the investor makes a transfer, they use IBAN to do that, and then their money gets transferred to the asset management companies, and they can choose. The investor can choose their asset management companies based on their preferences and their needs, and they transfer the money based on their goals, and they can redeem the money using the same method. We are currently targeting 1.3 million youth of Pakistan. That is 1.3 million college graduates. Later, we'll be targeting women, housewives with extra committee money on their hands, or working women with extra savings. And then in the end, we'll be targeting the whole of Pakistan. So in the first year itself, we'll be able to capture 68,000 college students and have the potential to make a revenue of 199 million. Okay, and we can scale into robo-advisory, diversified portfolio, and digital insurance after our basic model has been validated. So our main partners are, as I mentioned, NIFT, asset management companies, Mizan Investment, AWT, and HBL, and Nest. Our competitors are iSafe and web-based platforms, but what makes us different is that we are a multi-AMC and multi-bank platform, and we are focusing on increasing financial literacy for the people in Pakistan and promote financial inclusion and make the user experience seamless. So that is it from my side. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Azim Saab, Yes, sir. Questions, please.
Okay, Friha, what is unique about your idea?
So as I mentioned that I think that this is a very huge and untapped market, and and we did a lot of research on how there is a lack of financial inclusion. So first, we are going to promote financial literacy, and we're targeting the youth who usually has cash flow problems. Like we have all been students, and we have all been there. Like we are always strapped out of cash. So we can actually invest that money and get returns on it. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that we are multi-AMC, right? So our competitors are focusing mostly on one platform, but because we have partnerships with many AMCs, that's what makes us different.
Okay, who will be the regulatory body? Because as far as I understand, in different countries, I'm not sure about Pakistan, but the other countries, there is always a financial regulatory authority, right. Number one.
Yes.
Number two, that you are investing other people's money, and investment means profit and loss. So there could be losses as well. And in that case, how you are ensuring the safe return of that money, or is it profit and loss basis? That's what I want to understand.
Sure. So we are in the process of getting approved for the SECP regulatory sandbox. So the SECP is the regulatory body. We're going through this, scrutinizing process where they make us comply with all the necessary rules and regulations, right? So we want to get that out of the way initially, so that later on we can just focus on our business and expanding our business, right? That's the first thing. And second thing is that we are bridging the gap between the investors and the AMCs, right? So the AMCs will be investors.
What is AMC? What does AMC stand for?
Asset management companies, right?
Okay.
So, so mutual funds. Right now, we are targeting mutual funds and we have also we have also conducted a survey in which we have recognized that the youth or the respondents of the survey, they are willing to take medium risk, right? So we are only people who are bridging the gap. The partners will be managing the money, and the investors will know what kind of risks they are taking. So according to their preferences, they will be investing in the asset management companies of their choice. So that will be.
I saw a figure that there will be an average investment of, how much was that? 35?
3,500. Yes, that's according to the survey. That's how much they are willing to invest per month.
Per month.
Yes.
Okay. So do you think that a person who is investing 3,000 or 5,000 rupees, is it rupees or dollars?
Rupees, yes.
Rupees. So 3,000 to 5,000 rupees a month, he is aware of the difference between the medium risk and high risk. This is a question which is bothering me. But anyways, what is your point of view on it?
So I think that what we are going to do is that we are also going to run campaigns on promoting investment products, right? So this is going to also increase their knowledge on what kind of risk they're taking, how much they want to invest, right? And so they can, it's completely up to them. And while they're doing this, they will recognize how much returns they are getting, and they will learn as they go, right? Because we also know at the same time that there is a lack of financial literacy as well. So
at which stage you are right now? Like, I understand that you have applied to SECP, and have you applied or not yet?
Yes, we are in the process, and we are in the final stages of the process. And we are a pre-revenue startup. We haven't launched. We want to launch our pilot through SECP's regulatory sandbox. And we want to be able to gain their approval and validation as well, because that is really important, especially in investments, right? So after that, we want to expand our business and grow.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
Thank you.
Faria, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Definitely, once you're investing for your client, there must be a small margin for AMC as well.
Yes, exactly.
Now, currently, the new banking through SBP, State Bank of Pakistan, the interest rates have reduced from 2-digit to single digit. And after that single digit, keeping your margin with it, can you tell me how much margin would be left for the investor? Whereas currently, the rate of investment, the rate of return on investment is much lower than the inflation rate. In such scenario, how you feel you could survive?
Yes, so we are in the negotiation phase with the AMCs, right? So we already have like 3 partners in the LOA or in our agreements. We will see how it is going, and we will come up with a favorable, a margin that is favorable for all the parties, right? So we are in the process of developing our relationship and partnerships with them. And as we launch, we will also be monitoring all of these things. And so we will be in constant communication and negotiation with the partners. And so that, because of course they will also be benefiting hugely from our platform, right? They would want, after they see that people are interested in this product, they would want to retain investors. And so we will come up with a solution that is favorable to all parties.
Okay, there's a suggestion that it's not only SCCP, you'll have to go through the Banking Council also, which governs the banking rates and everything, and they have certain laws which govern investment areas. So do consider that as well. But my question still remains that after getting approximate your proportion, the investor would be left with hardly 4 to 5% margin. And on 3,000, it hardly makes about 150 rupees per annum, per month. Do you find it's attractive?
Yeah, I think that they also know that it would be compounded. So right now, because as we also conducted surveys, we know that they don't know, they do not have much financial literacy. So once, I believe that they would also have to do this first to learn more about it, and maybe they will find that investing a larger amount would help them more.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. This was our last presentation. So now what I'm going to do is all the participants are going to stay in this main room, and Azam Saab and Kaisar Saab will get a prompt to move to a different room. That's a breakout room. So I'm going to get you over there, and then we're going to discuss the answers, the winners, and then come back to this main room and announce the results. So I'm just quickly creating this one. So there is going to be so you must have received a prompt now. Okay. Meanwhile, guys, just wait. 5 minutes, we'll be back. Okay, and we'll just let you know the results. Absolutely. Azam Saab, Kaisa, we're back. Or participants, are you all ready to hear the results?
So they are all ready, but they are on mute, basically.
Yes.
Yes.
So I hope everyone's here and you can come off mute. That's okay.
So okay. Good.
Great. Everyone's there now. So Azam, over to you.
Okay. So one thing which I would like to share with you is that what is the purpose of this national competition? The purpose of national competition is that we are going to compete at international level. So there will be teams from all over the world and they will be presenting their ideas. And at that platform, we need our country to be represented in the most effective manner. All your ideas were excellent, and that's why you are here. You are in the finals, by the way. So it shows that, and mashallah, how almost 1,500 entries, right, Maria? That's what you were talking about?
100 plus entries, yes.
So 1,500 plus entries ke baad, if there are 10 players or 8 players here, so which means that you were the creme de la creme, and it was a very good competition. I enjoyed listening to you. Definitely, there is a lot of room for improvement as far as international pitches are concerned. Whoever wins, being a Pakistani, my doors are open. So I would like you to talk to me and let's prepare the pitches in more effective and efficient manner so that the time is right, so that you are conveying the message which you want to convey to the international audience. I am involved with Entrepreneurship World Cup at the world level in number of other capacities. Last year, I wrote a report for them as well. I am one of their advisors as well. I will not be the judge in international competition, but I will be involved in panel discussion and my intellectual input. So from that perspective, whoever out of 3 winners want to be contacted, please feel free, and I would like to help you to prepare for the international competition. What we were looking for, we were at, that there were 4 criteria which were given to us by Entrepreneurship World Cup itself, and you already know about that criteria as well. We were marking you on that criteria, but at the same time, we were also thinking about it, that you are going to represent Pakistan. So your idea should have an international applicability, and there should be a chance for your success at international platform. Again, I'm repeating, all 8 of you are winners. No one's idea is better or worse than others. But based on the criteria which was given to us, and it was very straightforward. I was marking and Kasser was marking, and we didn't know that we were marking. What the other person has marked. But Maria is the witness. So when we went into the main room and we saw the results, you won't believe that both the results, my result and Kasser results, was identical. So much so that there was a short winner, number 1. But number 2 and number 3, there was a tie. And that tie, I had a tie and Kasser had a tie for the same teams as well. So that gave us a lot of confidence that yes, we were thinking alike, and we were working on the right methodology as well. First, I would like to say, we have to select 3 teams. I wish we could have selected 8 teams and all of you could have gone to international. But all those 5 who are unable to qualify for the next round, again, I am volunteering myself. I'm a very busy person, by the way. I have my own businesses. I would definitely like to help you to improve your presentations, and even your businesses as well. Because my area is business growth, my area is business development. And because you are Pakistanis and I am Pakistani, so that's my patriotism, that I want to contribute back to you and to the country. So definitely be in touch. Maria has my email. I can give you my email address as well, my WhatsApp as well. Please feel free to contact me, and I can help you all in any aspect of the business if you want to. To announce the winners, I think Kesser is the right person. Kesser, would you like to announce the winners?
Tell me, you're doing it in a beautiful way. आप इसको continue कर लें, because the results were the same. Judgment was the same.
Okay, we were unanimous about it, both of us, that Tez Financials is the best idea. There was no match to it. So congratulations to Noreen and Noreen's team.
Thank you very much.
For being a winner. So I even in my virtual class, we say, okay, we should, I don't have that, but I have an effect of applause as well.
Thank you ever so much. I'm really grateful. Thank you very much. We're really grateful.
And as far as the second and third are concerned, there is a tie, we told you. Mimar, I think, is the second one, which has a lot of potential. And but again, I personally think that they need to develop and polish their presentation a bit more. But the idea was excellent, and we were very happy with that. The third one is Apris Technologies, Hira Irshad. And again, you need to work on your presentation as well, but the idea and the potential at the international level is huge for you to be in the finals as well. Yes. And as I told you, all others, you are winners as well. It's just by a margin or 1 mark or a few bits here, points here and there. If you are not there, that does not mean that your idea is not good. That does not mean that you don't have potential. That does not mean that you are not going to be successful. You can be more successful than those who have won these. You have the potential as well, but maybe the next round is not the right platform for you. There might be other platforms. There might be other outlets where you should go and you should project your projects. And there are maybe other business angels or venture capital companies which are looking for businesses like you. Definitely, you should not be disheartened by this. This is just one competition. The competition does not matter. Believe me, I have competed in competitions and I was unsuccessful at a number of places, but those businesses did really well at places. Those businesses brought a lot of money and fame and satisfaction to me. So it does not mean this not winning this competition does not mean that you are not good. All of you are good. Ilhan, your idea was excellent. There is a lot of potential. Abed, you have a lot of potential as well. Similarly for Naki, similarly for others who are Fariha, Farwa. So your ideas are amazing, but maybe this is not the right platform to go further for you, but you have definitely a lot of potential. You can still get money from business angels, from venture capital companies. You can still be competing in other competitions and you can be more successful in those as well. So please bear this in mind. And I am here for you. My email address, you can find me on LinkedIn. Muhammad Azam Rumi is my name. Please be in touch. If you want any help, if you want any help with money, for example, not my own money, but I can connect you with people who will be interested to listen to you. So listen to, so you can pitch to them. And as far as your pitches are concerned, If you want to develop your pitches further, I am here to help you as well. This was my aim when I came, when Maria said that I should be here. So I said, okay, this is my time to contribute to my country and help you guys, because I have been on international platforms for quite a number of years now, in as far as entrepreneurship, incubators and accelerators and all those things are concerned. So thank you very much. You are lovely.
Thank you so much, Azam Saab. Thank you so much, Kaisar Saab, for being here. And to all the participants, best of luck for your future. Or jaise Azam Saab ne kaha, it's all right if you didn't make it on this platform. There are plenty other platforms jahan par probably you'll excel. And even if not in competitions, it's all right. I mean, at the end of the day, we're living in a reality, and sirf competitions hi sab kuch nahi hota. So there are other things as well. So yes, congratulations to Apris, Tejas Financial, and Mimar. And we'll get in touch with you, or personally, I'll send you an email with the way forward. And I think that's it. Thank you so much, Kaisar Saab, Azam Saab, and everyone. Thank you, Ji. I'm going to end the meeting.
Especially winners, I would definitely like to help you to go into the final round and to develop your pitches. There's a lot, because internationally there will be more than 100 countries which will be representing, and some of them are amazing, and we have to up the game. We have to compete at international level, so we have to up our presentations as well. So when are the finals? The 7th?
So finals are in September, I guess on 7th, mid-September, somewhere around that.
Yeah, because I have some commitments on 7th with the entrepreneurship. So from next week, if you want to be in touch, kindly LinkedIn is the right platform. So connect with me on LinkedIn, and then we can make sure that how we can have a session, one-on-one session with you. I would like to have a one-on-one session with all three of you, because there is a Noreen, yes, you are a winner, but your presentation now this is end of the formal session, but all three presentation needs a lot of work. So you still have 10 days. So you have to hit the spot. You have to make it prominent. What are your unique features and what you are bringing to the table? But at the same time, you should be ready by hitting the spot that what could be the question, so that you are already talking about those things as well. So that's where you need some help. All three of you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Lovely meeting you all. Kaisar, lovely meeting you, sir. As
Thank
well.
you. It was a pleasure.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.